What's up? What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point. Make sure you hit the like button and sub to the channel too, and hit the notifications and share the video. Do all that good stuff. Um, Salute to the LDBC, Lions Den basketball and boxing communities, and also salute to my subs that's been rocking with me as well. Uh, Last night, the the Buffalo Bills, they pretty much dominated the Miami Dolphins. Now it looked in the beginning, it looked as if though the Miami Dolphins were going to be somewhat in control uh, of the game, and they were going to try to, keep the Buffalo Bills at bay. Uh, I think the Bills had 247 yards total, but the Miami Dolphins actually had more yardage than them, uh, and they had more rushing yards too. But it was uh, it was the Bills' dominance and the way that they controlled the clock, the way that they controlled the defense, and uh, it was Cook that pretty much took over the game. Of course, Cook. Um, he had 78 yards rushing, and it had fit what I think it was 19 yards in the air. He had three touchdowns in one half, and that pretty much broke the game Everybody was talking about how Tua coming into the game, he was gonna be an MVP candidate. Between him and Josh Allen, after the first game and stuff. But now we clearly see now, even though I think Josh Allen, he only had 139 yards, if I'm not mistaken, had one touchdown, didn't throw no interceptions. Pretty much managed the game well because he did everything on the ground. But Josh Allen was playing like a savvy veteran. Uh, he said he doesn't necessarily need to do no more or do any less. They did everything that they could to go ahead and just get the win. That's what was most important. Some people are saying that the Bills, the way that they're playing, with the moves that they made in the offseason, some people might think that the Bills have a chance to actually do the unthinkable and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Can that happen? We'll never know. We'll never know. But I will say this though, the Buffalo Bills are looking good, man. You know what I'm saying? They're looking good. They're looking now. We don't want. I don't want to get ahead of myself because it is the beginning of the season. We're only 2 games in. But if they're playing like this, and they're playing like this in January, I feel like no team could be there's only like 1 or 2 teams that could be a threat to them, and in my opinion, that would be the Houston Texans, and of course the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, but overall, it was a game. It was a game that that made a statement. Now, I want to talk about Tua for a second, man. I really want to talk about this. As you know, Tua, he ended up suffering a concussion, um, and we all know that this isn't the first time that Tua has had this concussion. Uh, I've been critical of Tua. He got his money and everything, but now we're thinking about life here. You know what I'm saying? We're thinking about life and we're thinking about quality of life. Um, Tua is a guy, man, that he's not. While he's a hard worker and everything, he's not what you would say uh, to me. Not yet an elite, a quarterback that's an elite status. Yeah, he had one. He had that one breakout season. Actually, he had two good seasons, but he still has a lot to work on. But I think right now he has to start thinking about his life because he sustained. Well, I think he had three concussions last season. One of those concussions, man. One of those concussions was pretty much that dominated the headline. What's up, Ted? Nah, well, hey, but look, hey, coming into the game, everybody had them. They were talking about MVP candidate and Tua. But what do you think, though? What do you think, Ted? Do you think that Tua needs to retire, man? Cause I'm looking at it like this, man. You done got your money. You got your money. You got paid. Why risk it? Why risk it? You've had concussions. God knows how. Did he have a concussion in college when he was with Alabama? I don't think he had a concussion while he was in Alabama. But if he did, I think that it's time for him to go ahead and just hang him up, man. I know that that's what the physicians are telling him. I know that's what some of his family is telling him, and the people that truly care about him. Now, the people that don't care about him, are going to be like, yeah, just going out there, be tough. He should really contemplate retirement. Time to retire. Yeah, exactly. Tua had a hip injury. Well, what ended up? No. What ended Bo Jackson's career though was that leg injury. It was that leg injury he had. That's what Bo Jackson had suffered. I'm not saying you're wrong and none of that, Ted, but sorry about that, man. I don't know what's going on. I think it was the area, man. I guess but yeah, man, Tua needs to retire, man. And I'm not saying that on no, to be hating on him or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, could he have gotten better? Yeah, but right now at this point, man, you got to think about your health. You got to think about your family. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about, like I said, your quality of life. Man, like you don't wanna wake up in the morning, man, and find yourself, man, to where your mind your mind is gone. Then you'll be talking about like CTE, and we don't want that. We don't want that to take part. You know what I'm saying? If it hasn't already, I don't wish that upon nobody, man. Just go ahead and retire, get your bread. We know what you possibly could have been. Uh, you were almost a Heisman. You still ended up getting the championship out the deal. Yeah, but it's gonna take. Well, it could be either way, because okay, it could be a situation, Ted, where okay, White comes in and he did what Dak Prescott did, right? He'll end up uh, because nobody has no film on him. Guess what? He'll end up surprising people, and then they could go really far in the AFC depending on how how the chips are laid out on the table, and how everything plays out. Or it could be one of those situations where he's not cohesive with with his team, with the receivers, all that. He doesn't gel with Tyreek Hill and the rest of the crew. Right, and where did the Jets end up? Where did the Jets end up? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, uh, Miami's in a world of shit right now. They didn't. They the thing about it is they paid this man. They paid this man money, bro. They paid Tua. I know Miami. It's like Miami can't never get a break, bro. They can't never get a break. If it's not Marino, you know what I'm saying? It's Urban Meyer, or not Urban Meyer, my bad. It's it's Nick Saban. I mean, look, bro. Like, listen, I'm not ready quite yet to start calling her an MVP candidate, because I get what you're saying. Nah, but I can't quite listen. It's like what we were saying earlier in the season, earlier before the season started, Ted. You like to see around like that December, around that November, how everybody is playing. I want to see how you're doing at least 6 to 7, 8 games in. That's where I want to see where you're going. I'm not gonna make no determination factor or anything. Now, I did say that the Bills, they look like they look like they got it. They can do the unthinkable and actually beat Kansas City or Houston or something like that. But the reason why I say 7 to 8 games in, you never know what can happen. I like prime example right here. Everybody was talking about Miami. Everybody was talking about they're a championship team. Now you done lost your main quarter. Well, I mean, everybody's urging him to retire, man. If Tua comes back, man, man, that'd be the dumbest thing he do, man. Yeah, they do. And the Bills always remember back in the days when they had Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, and that whole crew and everything, the Bills were always getting to the Super Bowl. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. That was the man. I remember. My mama bought me a Buffalo Bills starter jacket, man. And like looking back at it now, I was like, man, that was a dope ass jacket. But I got clowned in school because everybody was Cowboys, fans. This was like when I was in middle school. It was like, boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Man, I took that jacket. I said, man, skip this jacket, man. But now looking back on it, man, I was like, damn, man, that jacket was nice too. My mom, she got me a starter jacket and everything, man. But I wore it, man. Man, I got laughed at, picked on. Yeah. Yeah, man. But but listen, the Buffalo Bills are focused on one team and one team only. They can't, I'm talking about in this generation. Before it was the Cowboys. They wanted to get back to the Super Bowl to try to defeat the Cowboys. Right? But nowadays, their kryptonite in the playoffs is Kansas City. Josh Allen's kryptonite, his only kryptonite in the entire league is Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. In the regular season, Josh Allen smokes Pat Mahomes. He smokes him. He's 3-1 against him in the regular season, or 3-0 in the regular season. Uh-oh. Mortal Kombat! Hey, what's up with it? The brother Scrub Zero in the house. Make sure y'all go sub to my boy, my brother from another mother. Scrub Zero, man. Make sure y'all go sub to the brother Jose Rodriguez, Seahawks. Make sure y'all go sub to HDI. Welcome to HDI TV. Salute to him. We was having a little back and forth yesterday with the debate. Salute to the brother HDI TV, man. And all of the crew over there. Outlaw. Shout out to Outlaw. Casino for Life. All them guys over there, JP, all y'all, man. Scrub Deal coming in with the smoke. He gonna be definitely. He gonna say how he feel. So let's see what he's talking about. Yeah, man, Ted, you right. You on point, man. He just can't. And Scrub, man, Josh Allen. Pat Mahomes lives rent-free in Josh Allen's head, man. I don't know what it is, especially in the playoffs. In the regular season, though, he smokes Josh Allen. I mean, he smokes Mahomes. He don't want to say his team. He don't want to say it, but it's the Giants. I'm going to say it for him. Hey, man, leave Daniel Jones alone, man. Let Daniel Jones live, man. Let him live. Let him live. Let him live, man. Let him live. He got y'all to the playoffs, man, and he won a playoff game, man. I know the man done been there 6 seasons. Shoot. Well, I couldn't tell. Damn, you. Hey, I want y'all to go listen to Scrub's last stream, man. This dude was turned up. Hey, he'll start off. It'll start off real calm. Hey, 15 minutes in, what the fuck are you doing? You gotta put the curse button in there. He sound like one of them New Yorkers in traffic and shit. Hey, I'm more of a Giants fan than Scrub is. I've always liked Eli Manning, man. I've always felt that Eli Manning performed better in the playoffs than his brother did. But a lot of people don't see it that way. If the Giants lose Sunday, man, if they lose on Sunday, man, I guarantee you, Scrub, man, they're gonna make some changes. They're gonna make some changes, man. And then, cause we got to look at November too. I wouldn't be surprised if the New York Jets would try to make some moves if they can. I don't know if they can they make any moves right now, Scrub. Can they reach in the open market? That's going to be the question. Are y'all able to go out in the open market in November? You know, you got. I would be trying to go after like Trey Lance, man. If you can, I'm saying I don't know how they could work that out, but I would be trying to go after somebody like him. You know, somebody, man, that's you know, he talented it, but he's showing a lot of potential and everything. Yeah, you might set you back a few years, but I know y'all want to win now. The Giants, they want to win now. They don't want to have to set back, you know, a couple seasons, and they made the playoffs. It's not like they didn't make the playoffs. It's just like they're not getting to where they want to be at. Not really. This is more or less. I picked the Giants to win week one, never picking them again. Well, I mean, listen. That's the thing. Last season, it was kind of the same thing. And then guess what? Lord behold, he ended up winning. Oh, they are? Oh, okay. We'll see how that plays out. So, hey, so Scrub, do you think that Tua should go ahead and retire, man? You think he should call it quit? I know Ted said that he should retire. I say he should retire, man. Go ahead, you got your money. You got paid. Right. Yeah, I feel you. You said 3 scrubs at quarterback. I listen, Daniel Jones. I can't sit there and call him a scrub. He just, man, he played horrible at the wrong time, but then he'll actually play decent at the right time. You got to look at it. Y'all won last season. That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be different if y'all not making the playoffs, but y'all made the playoffs. Y'all made the playoffs. Then on top of that, if y'all make the playoffs again, let's say, you know, Saquon is gone now, and y'all make the playoffs again, and then y'all actually win, and let's say y'all, I know they, you know, y'all whole goal is to get to the NFC championship and then to the Super Bowl possibly. You said Jones is a scrub. I mean, I don't see a scrub. Listen, if you make it to the playoffs, it's just like I was telling Cypress, like he was talking about Mason Rudolph, the backup for the Steelers last season. I'm like, you're not a scrub to me if you're actually able to win. And yeah, he game managed, but he made some good throws too. But they won. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, we got to look at a guy like, let's say like a Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not a supremely great example, but I'm just saying, like, Joe Flacco didn't really have to do nothing. Now I'm not saying that Daniel Jones and Joe Flacco play alike or nothing like that, but I'm just saying though, he made the playoffs. He was successful. They just didn't get that far. Who's starting because the Giants thought he was a franchise QB. Hey, hey, listen, Scrub, did y'all win last season? You gonna be angry regardless. Did y'all win last season? I know you like Flacco. Yeah, I would go ahead and get my money and call it a career, man. Quality of life is more important, man. Will he get like the Andrew Luck treatment? Yeah, because when Andrew Luck decided to call it quit, what I'm saying, everybody was like, "Where are you going?" Da, 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 da. But you don't know what they're telling these guys in the doctor's office, or when they go see their physician, or when they go see the chiropractor, or when they go see a head, one of the the spine and head specialists, people that look at your brain and stuff like that. You don't know what they're telling these guys, man. Yeah, like Calvin Johnson. Yo, oh man, where you going? And I didn't want Megatron to go nowhere, man. Right. But look at it like this though. It took Peyton Manning. A while. But he's Tony Romo. Let's use Tony Romo for an example. For all the props I give Tony Romo for being such a great regular season quarterback and all this other stuff, Tony Romo missed the playoffs like 8 times, man. So, bro, like you're saying, oh yeah, well, out of how many seasons, stuff like that. But he got to the playoffs and actually won a playoff game. Uh, 4 seasons straight when the Cowboys with oh, you did? Oh, okay. I mean, he Starbuck was trash. You gonna think Aikman was trash? You know what I'm saying? And hell, you definitely gonna think John Kitner, and he was the backup. You gonna think he was trash? So you gonna think all of them was trash? You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is Tony Romo, where he struggled in the playoffs, of course. He struggled in the red zone. Oftentimes, sometimes he would struggle. Sometimes third down, and at the goal line when the pressure was tight. Can't get it done. It just couldn't get it done. But like I had to use that example because I'm like the reason why I brought up Tony Romo is because you're bringing up Daniel Jones, and now you got that, y'all got this microwave mentality. Oh, get it done. Oh, if he win a playoff game, he getting you out of the playoffs or whatever. You say what you want, he's still putting you in some sort of position. It might not be a Super Bowl or nothing like that, but the fact that you made the playoffs or whatever, you have a chance. With Tony Romo, 4 seasons straight, and then make it, and then miss the playoff again, stuff like that. You're not really giving your team no chance like that. That's why I said, that's why I was, my argument about Dak Prescott will never change. Dak Prescott always puts his team in position to win, whether you like it or not. It's like with Mike Tomlin, okay? Yeah, he hadn't got to the Super Bowl in a long time, but guess what? He hasn't had a losing season neither. He's always putting you in position to win. I'm talking about as a coach. Now they almost had it last season because they ended up getting a win. I probably am. Jones' contract. He's a role player who needed Saquon. Well, hold on. First off, let me get this clear right now. If he's a role player, what is Joe Flacco? If he's a role player, I mean, well, shit. You're looking at Deshaun Watson. You know what Deshaun Watson's QBR was last week? It was at a 9 out of a possible 100 on the scale of 100 and stuff. On top of that, Deshaun Watson, as much as I like Deshaun Watson, he's ranked in the 40s in pretty much all the majority of the categories, the 30s and 40s. I think his completion percentage was at 40. He was ranked at like 40 something. And then on top of that, as much as y'all love Lamar Jackson and salivated the mouth of Lamar Jackson and stuff like that, and I like Lamar Jackson, but I got to be objective when it comes to him. Lamar Jackson was 1-8 in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? And he can't, and he fails to capitalize in situations too. But y'all give him the unanimous MVP and stuff like that. And then on top of that, you talk about what did you say? Man, Eli Manning outperformed his brother in the playoffs. You act like Peyton Manning was so great in the playoffs or something. He wasn't. Man, go look at the beginning of his career. We could call out stats, and I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna have to bring out the numbers too. You sit up there, you're like, oh man, Eli's a role player, but he outperformed his brother in the playoffs. Eli was a role player too. What? Okay, so what do you think Rondo did with basketball? Rondo wasn't, why they call him playoff Rondo? Hell, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson used to do the same thing. He would come up big. Russell Wilson would play like ass during the first 3 quarters and stuff sometimes, and during the regular season, but he would come hot when it came at the right time. Eli Manning got, you say what you want, he still got y'all 2 rings. Yeah, I know the helmet catch and all that other stuff, but he still caught it. You know what I'm saying? He still caught that motherfucker, man. Like, but to get back to what you're saying, I want to go back to what you were saying about Saquon. Listen, I love Saquon, but let's just be honest. None of y'all are being honest about this. Saquon could not stay healthy. If I got a running back that I got to depend on, and he's an all-world talent, elite, once-in-a-lifetime generational talent, once-in-a-lifetime type of strength that he has for his size, type of speed that he has, type of quickness that he has. And I got to depend on you, but you consistently getting hurt. That's not always my fault. And that's what my argument has been about Dak Prescott. He can't rely on Pollard. He can't rely on Zeke. He can't rely on some of these running backs or whatever, because it's like, well, damn. So now your running game gonna be suspect. Hey, if he's a role player, so is Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a role player and a game manager, but he was just great at what he did. Hooray! He still got 2 chips, though. Still gonna go to the Hall of, still looked at as